Hello YouTubers, this is JacesFaces back again with another video game ads video. I have games for several systems in front of me, and I'm going to begin with games for the Atari 2600. This first one is a reproduction of an unreleased prototype scheduled to be released by 20th Century Fox. However, at some point they canceled it. Now, the game is based on a film of the same name. Now, when a ROM of a prototype was discovered, it was thought to be of this game. But after several years and much research, it was discovered that what it was actually a prototype for was for another game from 20th Century Fox based on a film of the same name that was canceled. Now that game was Planet of the Apes. So back into the rumored section, this game went. Then, after much diligent searching, someone found a copy of the prototype for Alligator People. Now, unfortunately, Atari Age only offers this one with a loose cartridge. No manual, no box. Alright, next up is a reproduction of a homebrew for the 2600 from 1998. This is a truly amazing piece of work. It's a really good shmup, and the game's designer made the 2600 do things that wasn't thought possible for the 2600 to do. I'm speaking of Oistron, which I recently did a play video of with an emulator, EMU 7800 version 1.7. But now I can play the game on actual hardware. Full color manual, cartridge, and a very reasonable price, $20. Alright, this next one is for the 5200. It is a homebrew port of an arcade classic. However, they didn't release it under the same name. I first bought this for the 7800, and now I have it for the 5200. Beef Drop, a port of Burger Time, if I forgot to mention it. Now, of course, the 5200 has a pokey chip inside. That's what is used for the audio. The 7800 version, well, they had a few copies that had the pokey chip inside, but as you can't get pokey chips anymore, they had to cannibalize consoles to get them. So most of the copies, in fact, the copies that are available now for the 7800 are without the pokey chip. They use the standard sound chip for the 7800, which is the standard sound chip for the 2600. Now, once I get a 5200, I'll be able to play this game with pokey sound. A really advanced chip, the pokey chip. Atari Games used it in some of their arcade machines. Okay, this game is for the 7800. It has a copyright date on it of 2010, and it says on it Standard Edition, which makes me think, well, at some point there was a special or a limited edition. Now, Atari Age's website has a sequel for this game up. This is Worm. Now I'm trying to get as many homebrews for the 7800 as I can, although I don't have anywhere near as many as I do for the 2600 or for the NES for that matter. And just today I received a package from RetroZone, aka Retro USB, of 2 homebrews for the NES that I had ordered. One is loose and one is complete in box, sealed. Now, as is the case with all of their releases, the cartridges are brand new, the boards are brand new, includes a Cyclone chip which makes the game compatible with all NTSC and PAL systems. Many of the retro systems, like those from Yobo and so forth, not with Retrons, however, they will not work with Retrons. This first game is the loose one, and it was developed by Sly Dog Studios. Copyright date 2014, release SDS-MW-GBL. And as this is a dark blue cartridge, I might have to angle it towards the light. And I won't know until I play this game what it's actually like. This game, you go to RetroZone's website, and it says that this game is for adults only. So if you're not an adult, don't buy this game. It is from Con Games, and it's either loosely based on Leisure Suit Larry, or it's a port of one of the Leisure Suit Larry computer games. It is called Larry and the Long Look for a Luscious Lover. How's that for a game title? Now on the back it says, "You are Larry, a 40-year-old balding man who has never known the touch of a woman." Sounds like Leisure Suit Larry to me. But today's your birthday, and hopefully your lucky day. Your lucky is one word. Can you navigate the city of lost wages in an effort to find true love? You'll come, hopefully again and again, in contact with all sorts of interesting creatures that come out to play when the sun goes down and the lights and hopefully the ladies get turned on. Pimps, prostitutes, bouncers, dancers, comedians, drunks, bums, winos. They're all out there waiting to be discovered by you. Hang out in the glow of the city lights at all the wonderful locations that come alive in the latest offering created by the team at Con Games. Larry and the Long Look for a Luscious Lover. For one player, this is release KHG-LL-GBL. Boxes by UncleDusk.com, which makes me think I'll be able to find a box and manual for this there, because whenever RetroZone sells a boxed game, the boxes are from Uncle Tusk. I don't remember, did I show the back? Now, RetroZone's website has a screenshot of a convenience store called the Quickie Mart. Okay, and finally for this video, 2 Japanese exclusives for the 3DO. Now, I'm really impressed with this seller because although he's in Japan, he ships very quickly and he packages his games very well, and prices on most of the games are quite reasonable. The most expensive 3DO game he has, and I don't recall which one it was nearly $300, but I don't go anywhere near that part of the stratosphere. These were around $15 each. This one is for 1 or 2 players from Bandai. Ultraman Powered. Now, I have the complete original Ultraman television series on DVD and on VCD. And then I have several episodes of Ultraman Dyna, Ultraman Neo, Ultraman Gaia on VCD. And I have an Ultraman game for the Super Nintendo. Anyway, that's what this is. Ultraman Powered. According to the manual, there are a lot of different modes. Now, this comes with something they call the spine label, which is strange because it has a spine label. So it's obviously for if you want to put it in another container or something. Oops. I'll get that later. This has visual mode, battle mode, versus mode, config mode, and the database, which has to do with saving progress and so forth. Visual mode. Battle mode. Versus mode. Config mode. And the database. I don't know what those several pages are for. I don't read Japanese. Okay, this next one is a game that I've really wanted to add to my collection for a long time, ever since I saw Luke Morse 1 do a play video of it. It apparently goes under the name of, well, under 2 different names. It's based on the Hanna-Barbera series Wacky Races, and it's from a company called Future Pirates, which I tried to look up and couldn't find anything on. Now, apparently the full title of this game is Chicky Chicky Machine Meow Wacky Races. Something like that. Now, spine label. What this is, believe it or not, is an interactive game See, this one didn't fall out. I stopped it from falling out. This is a betting sim. They start a race and then they ask you to bet on who you think will win, and then the rest of the race unfolds. And what I didn't know until I looked it up on Wikipedia, there was a sequel to this game, also from Future Pirates. So I will need to get a copy of that. Now, I will tell you that I've ordered 3 more Japanese exclusives for the 3DO, and all 3 of them appear to have ties with various anime. So, on that note, I know I'm going to get a package tomorrow because of something called tracking numbers. This package that I know is coming tomorrow was shipped from Japan and includes one of the Sega SG-1000 games that I ordered. But there are 2 others out there that I ordered at the same time from different sellers. So I'm looking for those. So until next time, stay awesome. Alright, next up is a reproduction of a homebrew for the 2600 from 1998. This is a truly amazing piece of work. It's a really good shmup, and the game's designer made the 26. Hello YouTubers, this is JacesFaces back again with another video game ads video. I have games for several systems in front of me, and I'm going to begin with games for the Atari 2600. This first one is a reproduction of an unreleased prototype scheduled to be released by 20th Century Fox. However, at some point they canceled it. Now, the game is based on a film of the same name. Now, when a ROM of a prototype was discovered, it was thought to be of this game. But after several years and much research, it was discovered that what it was actually a prototype for was for another game from 20th Century Fox based on a film of the same name that was canceled. Now that game was Planet of the Apes. So back into the rumored section this game went. Then after much diligent searching, someone found a copy of the prototype for Alligator People. Now, unfortunately, Atari Age only offers this one with a loose cartridge. No manual, no box.